What is going on, guys? My name is Elves. Welcome to another video. Now today we're gonna introduce you guys another community showcase between Dark Elves and Chaos. Now this is one of the very interesting matchups in the game, and I used to play a crap load of this matchup before, but I was always on the other side. I was always on Chaos side. So I kind of know that you kind of need to play around your build in order to basically fight Dark Elf infantry straight on. So let's see actually this very interesting Chaos build. Vanguard deployed 2 units of Chaos Warhounds, just regular ones. Up in the front, we have 2 Marauder Horsemen throwing axes. And here, for the bulk of the army, we have 1 Forsakens on the far left side. 3 units of Chaos Marauders, and 1 of them rank 1, 2 of them rank 2. For the core of his army, he has got 4 units of Chaos Warriors with great weapon. Now, these guys are pound for pound the best infantry in the game. There's no competition there. But the issue is that if you're considering executioners from Dark Elf side, and plus that murderous powers, when that thing is gonna kick in, this Chaos Warriors with great weapon is actually gonna suffer a lot against executioners. But fear not, Chaos player actually brought Chaos Bounce. Now, Chaos Bounce got actually buffed furthermore, I think, like 100-ish gold less. It used to cost 1,000 gold, and now it's only 900, in my opinion. They are slightly better, but the thing is, whether they are really efficient or effective enough, we still have to test them like quite extensively to see whether they can be used consistently or not. Now, look at Dark Elf army. We have a front line of 3 executioners and 2 Dray Spears. Dray Spears at rank 2 and Dark Elf executioners are in the center, 3 of them. This needs no further introduction, to be honest. These guys are probably the best infantry in terms of an infantry fight. Maybe slightly worse than Swordmasters and all those really good regiments of renowned infantry. But apart from those guys, these guys are probably right up there, like in the amount of the best infantries. And then we have Witch Elves, 2 units of them. We have Cult One Knights, 1, 2 of them, and we have these Dark Riders repeater crossbows. Now these guys needs no further introduction as well. They are pretty damn good. They have a lot of ammunition. 16 is actually not that impressive, but that is more than enough. And then they have a lot of AP, 12 AP per volley. It's no joke for a 45 unit. Now, the Lord in command here for Dark Elf side is Marathi actually, and she is on a Pegasus with Soul Stealer, Power of the Darkness, Miasma, Knife Leeching, and that's it. And actually, I forgot to introduce the Lord on Chaos side. It's none other than Archon himself, on a horseback with the Slayer of Kings, Burning Head, Fireball, Frenzy. Good stuff. Now, let's see exactly how this is gonna break down. So right from the get-go, Dark Elf is looking to push in from this direction. Actually looking to set up maybe here. And Chaos player is not a pushover, man. Chaos player is just shifting to Dark Elf side and looking to have a final showdown right here, right now. And the Marauder horsemen throwing axes are actually pushing in quite aggressively, and they can do a lot of damage to those Cold War Knights. There you go, couple volleys in, killed one model, which is not too shabby. And what's the Warhound here? Warhound still staying idle, staying put, and this Warhound is still staying put as well. Now there's a fireball being casted, and Marathi actually ate that fireball. And here, the story of the day is Chaos maneuvering to the dark elf side, and there's a slight slope here. Yeah, there you go. Not too bad. Yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. And here, this Marauder horseman throwing axe is just basically, and I really like this setup here, to be honest, because I understand the idea behind that. These Cold War Knights actually have shield, so use them to kind of screen for your Dark Rider repeater crossbows, and then you just fire back with them. And I like the idea, but the issue here is that I think a better call would be because your Dark Rider repeater crossbow actually outrange those Marauder horsemen. If they're not committing melee, then they're gonna lose the skirmish battle. So I don't think it's necessary to have your expensive Cold War Knights to screen for your Dark Rider repeater crossbows. But here, these crossbows are looking to do some initial damage onto the infantry, or maybe onto those Chaos Bones, or maybe onto the Chaos Warriors. The thing is, I like this setup by Chaos player. Those Chaos Marauders are actually the best unit you can use to screen for your bulk of army. And that was it. Miasma being cast down to Forsakens. Now Forsakens ate a crossbow shot volley in the face. And Warhounds are pushing in, which is nice. Forsakens needs to get onto the Witch Elves, I think, because Witch Elves is probably the best target. And I don't like this engagement by Chaos player, so I'm gonna slow down things a little bit. I really like the engagement here because Chaos Marauders can actually put a lesson onto the Stray Spears. Same here. And I don't like stacking these Chaos Warriors on top of the Spears. I think Chaos Warriors needs to maybe push around. And I like using Chaos Bones alongside with Chaos Warriors against the Executioners. And I don't like this engagement here. You either send Chaos Bone in first, and then... But the thing is, you have so many Chaos Warriors with great weapon. I think a better call would be wait a little bit, and let Chaos Warriors alongside with Chaos Bone to engage Executioners. I think that would be a better call. And now you can actually get one more free unit. So you have a free Chaos Warrior unit and a free Chaos Marauder unit to just basically into the flank, which is a better call. And also here, actually those Forsakens got onto these Dark Rider repeater crossbows in melee, which is kind of weird, I think. And also the Warhounds got onto these Dark Riders with repeater crossbows in melee as well. So these two engagements are very much in favor of Chaos. Now Archaon needs to support this fight here. Probably tossing a big Burning Head into this pocket because there are two infantry stacks on top of each other. And let's get back to the normal speed. Chaos Bones actually got caught a little bit. There you go. That's the Burning Head, but it's on the spears. No, it should be on the... It would be much better if that Burning Head had been casted here. And it actually killed more Marauders than spears. And here Marathi is actually up to fight Arkan. It's actually not a very good situation for Marathi. Arkan actually popped the Slayer of the Kings, and this chaos boss can actually pin her in place. Okay, she's moving out in time, which is good. Alright, and then after the initial harassment, 2 Warhounds actually got stuck onto one Cold One Knights and about to get absolutely murdered. I think this is another mistake from the chaos side. Should have kept those Warhounds onto those Dark Rider Expos, while using these guys just keep throwing axes onto the Cold One Knights, and guys should be able to win the flank, but not very well executed. And here there's another fireball which completely got wasted, and Dark Elf's front line still hold. They're still holding strong, even though severely outnumbered. And the murderous power is about to end, I believe. And all these guys are still fighting so strong. Like, as you can see, with the murderous powerless, all these executioners actually brought so much value. And that was a Birmingham head just got wasted. And yeah, they just basically murdered all these Chaos Warriors with Grey Weapon. Now, on the Chaos side, apart from these 2 units which were fighting 1 unit of Dray Spears, all the rest of them are actually kind of disappearing. And even these Marauders actually lost to Dray Spears. And there's another Fireball. Cause the thing is, you don't really want to cast Fireball from a low angle against a flying unit, because Fireball actually does two times of the damage. The first one is the impact damage, and the second one is the explosion damage. So that's why Fireball is so good at sniping foot load, or maybe some foot mounted load, because the explosion damage is what's gonna really do the most damage. And when you're shooting up, you actually can't get the benefit of that explosion damage, which means it's not gonna be so effective. And here we have a good old Chaos Blob, consists of a lot of Chaos Warriors, a couple very dead Chaos Bones. And here I think Dark Elves actually won the skirmish battle, which is quite nice. And I'm quite surprised that these Cold One Knights are still online. Like, they actually took out 2 Warhounds, and also they pushed off Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, which is incredible, by the way. And here there's a big charge onto those Chaos Warriors, and then did a touch of damage and peel back, which is exactly what you want to do when you have cavalry in the end game. You just basically cycle charge and cycle charge. But right now, Chaos still has a very strong pocket here, and Arkan still online, still relatively healthy. I believe Marathi is up to dive onto Arkan once again. There you go. But the thing is, okay, she just did a touch of damage and then she's getting away. Now Dark Elves begin to surround Chaos, and everybody is, because right now I think Chaos just needs to basically consolidate right here, get those Chaos Bones back. But the thing is, Dark Rider repeater crossbow still has a lot of ammo left here, and they can still dish out a lot of damage onto especially those Chaos Warriors. And another thing I want to comment is that if you blow up like this, that's basically a free soul stealer. That's a fatal call actually. Oh my gosh! The Dark Elf. Okay, I want to come in here. Diving Morathi in here. That's a fatal mistake by Dark Elf player. If the Chaos player actually reacted in time, put those horsemen in melee alongside with Archaon, Morathi is just gone, like literally. But luckily, Chaos player didn't react in time, and Morathi did get out, which is a close call. So now, the fireball is coming, completely got dodged. Here, Dark Rider with the crossbow actually got caught in melee once again. Morathi just dived in again. This is very risky. Like right now, Dark Elf player is actually playing with fire at the moment. There you go. Now Morathi is not dead. Oh, she's out. I think with Soul Stealer, she still can remain in the fight. Now, Archaon alongside with Marauder Horseman just giving Dark Riders a chase, while these pocket here still remain strong. Right now it's looking pretty grim for Dark Elves, because I believe Dark Elves don't really have a good way to get rid of everything Chaos had left, especially Archaon. But if Morathi can get back and get a fat Soul Stealer onto Archaon alongside with all these Chaos Bones and Chaos Warriors, I think Dark Elf still has a chance. There you go, those Marauder Horsemen finally gave up the fight. And incoming the Soul Stealer. There you go. The Soul Stealer got casted on 2 units. Marauder Horseman is about to die off as well from the Soul Stealer. And also Archaon took some damage as well. Morathi is down. It's actually regaining a lot of health, and right now she's relatively healthy. Incoming another fireball. So far, Archaon only landed 1 fireball. All the rest of the fireball actually got wasted. I think a better call would be shooting those fireball into those Cold One Knights. Because if you can get a side shot maybe into this direction, you can actually kill a lot of models. Now this is a very questionable move. You just basically wasted your Marauder Horseman. And now all of a sudden it looks okay for Chaos now, because those Cold One Knights can actually bring back the game if they get kept alive. And here Dark Rider crossbows is just continuing dish out damage onto these Chaos Warriors, or even just snipe Archaon straight away. I think a better goal would be just target Archaon. There you go. Now he's actually targeting Archaon, which is nice, because if all this ammunition landed on Archaon, I think that would be enough. And now the situation looks much better for Dark Elves. The far side, these two units actually got completely shattered. And here, alongside with Arkham, Chaos Warriors with great weapons still just giving a valiant chase. And there's not much they can do because all their mobile units got actually dealt with very early. And now Arkham actually has no answer, but the thing is Dark Riders actually doesn't have much ammunition left. So if you can dodge well against with Arkham, this one more volley. Still very close. Dodge. There you go. And now Marathi is coming in, and she's quickly get back up again. Like so many times, she's oh no. Oh, she actually dodged that with her beautiful butt. But yeah, that was quite close. Very dangerous, to be honest. Arkham almost landed blow onto her, and Arkham hits really hard, by the way. All right, now we have a final showdown between Dark Elves and Chaos. This game actually turned out to be really epic. Oh, incoming the charges. There you go. Chaos Warriors charging into the Dark Rider repeater crossbow. And the Arkham still just chilling out here with his bodyguard. And you can't really chase them both, by the way, because Dark Riders are very fast. Look at this one single model of Chaos Warriors. He's the lone survivor of his brethren, and now he's looking to do some angering damage. Oh, it's so ugly. Over in the distance, incoming a big charge from the Dark Riders. There you go. This is the final showdown once again. Arkham actually charged in. I didn't manage to land a blow, but yeah, I'm not sure whether. And these Dark Riders charging again and got pinged back straight away. But this time, Arkham is here. Managed to land a single blow. And again, there's a charge. Just rinse and repeat. Charge back, charge in, get back up, and charging again, which is a very good strategy. There you go. Charging back again. And Marathi is here. Now, Arkham needs to pop everything and fight Marathi here, but Arkham so far didn't turn. Marathi actually got back up again, which is crazy. Like, the amount of times Marathi actually got away, it's just crazy this game. Now, we have an overwhelming amount of cavalry here from Dark Elf side. Marathi is coming back in. There you go. This rear charge is gonna do a huge leadership penalty to those Chaos Warriors. Alright, Arkham is backing again. Now Arkham got dived down by Marathi. Actually, Arkham is a little bit out of position because he's not really. Oh, I think he's routed. Is he? Yes, Arkham got routed, and that would be the end of the chaos. It was very close, and Arkham did a oh. Why are you not finishing him off? There you go. Alright, this is Darcy. There you go. A fireball got landed. Wow! Oh my gosh. and the judge. Oh, this is the closest thing. Like, this is one of the closest things I have ever seen. Jesus. Alright, so that fireball actually landed, and then Moranthi actually, despite ate a big fat fireball, dived onto Arkel and killed him. Wow. That was so epic in the end. And yeah, that's the game. And hope you guys enjoyed it. For now, Oracapos signing off.